Welcome to the top things you need to know about Civilization 6. It is coming out. Yes, a little bit of nerd hype going on today, and I love it. I am a huge Civ fan, and today we're going to go through the trailer that we're watching right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about what everyone has been saying about this fantastic franchise and what's going to be happening with it. If you want to stick around for this short little video, I'm sure you will be a little happier for it once you learn exactly what Fraxis and 2K are doing to one of our favorite franchises. So without further ado, why don't we just get right into it? First of all, it's coming out in October 2016. So there you go. There you have it. There's your date. There's to look forward to. I'm probably going to pre-purchase it because I'm a sucker. And there's certain games that I always tend to pre-order, and this is going to be one of them. It's a far cry. There was a lot of time. I mean, this 6 years. Civ 5 came out in 2010. Like, granted, there was a lot of expansions came after it, and, you know, we all loved them. I personally have them all. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of what's going to be happening with this new game. And so let's start right off at the beginning in the tiles in the cities, right? The cities are coming out. And it's not going to be like it used to be. They're not going to be all stacked up on the same thing. They're going to be multi-tiled. They're going to be all over the place. And the location is going to be a lot more important, the resources it's on. We're going to touch a little bit further into that in a bit. And you could separate it into districts. So you could have like an industrial area, a farm area, you know, all in the same city. And this isn't just like, I know what you're saying, Dad. There's the, you know, quarries and things like that in Civ 5, like you see here. But it is within the city, so the city will actually expand and it'll all be part of it. So you're not just defending one tile for defending your city. You got to defend your districts, kind of like Hunger Games style, right? If one falls, you're screwed. Anyways, this is going to lead into some strategic warfare, right? You're taking out a city, you're taking out an enemy, you're going after their factories, you're going for the industrial power, their purchasing power. So you can cut off the food to the city, you could bomb the factories, you could bomb all sorts of shit that can cripple a city or cripple a strategic resource that person's doing without just having to go and like plunder and pillage someone's tile somewhere, right? On that note, the AI is supposed to be a little more dynamic. We all fall into the same pattern when it comes to Civ 5. I know I do, because you play and you play, and then as soon as you hit a city state or someone comes after you, you get too big, you get too nasty, all of a sudden everybody hates you, diplomacy is out the window. And it's a really super rigid idea for what's going on with the AI in Civ 5. And that's always kind of been a bit of an issue. But in this, they're actually going to make them more dynamic. They're not just there to fuck you up. They're going to come after you, and their agenda is going to be based on that character's role in history in real life, right? So their policies are going to be individualized to the leader themselves and kind of how they work. And you could learn to enact policies or have individual ways or enactments that deal with each AI leader, and that will stay true throughout the game. And they can just grow to love you more, or they could grow to hate you more, and they could actually be stronger allies because of it, right? Another big thing that they're cracking down on, which has always been a huge problem, not for me because I love the game and I'll play it for 48 hours straight. I don't give a shit. But some of my friends are not that passionate about it, right? So single session multiplayer is what they're really going after here. So situations and scenarios and things like that. There's going to be faster play options. In addition, for the scenarios and things like you start in the Middle Ages and ends in the Renaissance, there's going to be more specific victory conditions that you can make, as well as pre-made scenarios in, that'll come with the game. And I'm assuming that it's going to be open to the workshop as well, because you can't have a game like this and have an opportunity for scenarios and then not allow for people to make their own. And the workshops are really something that just help a game out like this so much. I've played so many workshop titles. The science is going to vary by each city and the production and everything that comes from the city. So it isn't just going to be a race where, you're just going to look, you're going to look up Navy and then eventually you're going to go have a Navy. Or if you want to look up that science, you're going to have to be by you're going to have cities on the coast, you know what I mean? And because you have those cities on the coast, you're going to have to specialize in them and have a district so that it is researching naval stuff. Or you have a city on the mouth of a river, and then it's going to, because it's on the river, you're going to have to develop aqueducts. And because you have aqueducts in that city sooner than everywhere else, that science is going to come to you a little sooner. And then because of that, and that city's using these aqueducts, it's going to produce food boosts and buffs in the area and things like that. And this brings up to the whole defensive part too, right? Because these are strategic parts for each of these places. And I mean, it's if someone takes this out in one of your city, it can really cripple you, you know? Moving into units and things like that, the units are going to be changing. There's going to be support classes that can be integrated into different units. And it's kind of like if you have an infantry battalion or regiment or something like that, and then you can make a service battalion that will augment it and add to it. And then, you know, it can give, I'm not sure if it will add trucks or vehicles or something like that, but the idea is that it gives buffs to the units so that you could, it isn't just, oh, okay, I'm going to upgrade this unit, and they're not going to be a singular, they could be integrated and things like that, which is pretty cool. I like the idea of it. Let's talk style here, and we're going to teeter off into the end of the episode here, but the style is changing and it's kind of reverting. You're supposed to have everything you have from Civ 5, and I've always thought Civ 5 is a beautiful program. Like this one we're watching here is actually on a 20-inch tablet that I have. It's completely touch enabled, and I just love sitting down sometimes on the couch and using it, and it's so nice. But this one is actually going, and the graphical style of the new one is slightly reminiscent of Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution. And this was a console port. They have it for computer as well on the Windows platform, but it's cartoony. It's a little more cartoony. It's a little bigger, a little more close up. But it's, from what I understand, it's not going to be as dumbed down as Revolution was. So if you like the graphical style of Revolution like my wife does, you're going to like the way this game looks. I'm not opposed to it, but it's not my favorite thing. But you know what? The graphics look so clear and smooth that it's okay, and I like changes like that. I mean, it's hard for a game like this to change too much. Like Beyond Earth was a Civ 5 clone. I bought it anyways, and I played it. But I still prefer Civ 5 over Beyond Earth. Beyond Earth was good, and if you want that little sci-fi tweak, it's great. But it was basically identical, right? So they're looking to shake it up a bit, and because of this, Fraxis and 2K thought they were in a rut with the Civ franchise, so they didn't want to end it or anything. So they want to make the game completely unpredictable. They want to change it up, shuffle it up a bit, and basically they want Civilization. A direct quote from them is, "We want Civilization 6 to feel different every time you play." And man, do I support that. I am so looking forward to this, guys. I know it's a little bit of rabble-rousing, a little bit of nerd talk here, but I am such a Civ 5 fan. I had to put this out. I'm sharing it on a few communities. I want people to see this. I want people to be excited, because I am excited, and I'm going to have to go back and play some Civ. Maybe I'll put her up on the channel if that's what some people want to see, because you know what, it's always good to fill some time. That's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to hang out, day-to-day sub up. And other than that, thanks for coming. If you have anything that I didn't mention you want me to know, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, ciao.